probable cause to suspect the long-form birth certificate presented by the White House was fraudulent. You will also recall that we looked into the President's elected service form, and we believe that that form is fraudulent.
Let's talk about Hawaii. You seem to have some thoughts about what happened there earlier today. What are your thoughts?
Well, I don't want to get into it, but I know doing a certain investigation on a fake, fraudulent government document, they can't even solve that case. They don't even want to look at it. So either they're incompetent, or there's something behind
just so I gotta push back on that a little bit. That document, the long form, was filed. Let's put that one away.
The document is essentially in conflict with itself in two places. We call your attention to boxes 9 and 12B. Both of these boxes have been coded with a number 9, meaning that the information was not provided by the applicant. If the applicant didn't provide the information, why did these boxes have information in them? Based on the coding on Barack Obama's long-form birth certificate, it should have looked like this, but it does not. Box 9 has always been highly scrutinized because most suspected the term African was not used as a race identifier in 1961. They were correct. It was in fact not used by the federal government until 1989. Some might ask if the clerk coding this document simply made a mistake in boxes 9 and 12B. It should be pointed out that it was the policy of the Hawaiian Department of Health to have coding reviewed by a second deputy clerk. The odds of a mistake are therefore greatly reduced. A review of the coding indicates that all other codes on Barack Obama's long-form birth certificate that are legible correspond perfectly to the codes listed in the 1961 manual.
Some people said, he has a forged birth certificate. Well, first of all, it's true, I'm not American.
The codes listed in the manual also correspond perfectly to the coding on the Nordyke twins' long-form birth certificates. We are therefore confident that the codes used on Barack Obama's 1961 long-form birth certificate were taken from this manual. So, in addition to the electronic evidence that the document has been tampered with, we now have supporting evidence provided by the vital statistics codes found directly on the document.
You can't have a document coded like other documents, double-checked, and have a code that says 9 not stated, and have a piece of information sitting in the box. That just can't happen. Verna Lee confirmed that for us. As a matter of fact, she was adamant that mistakes didn't happen on her watch. Her exact words. Mistakes doesn't happen on my watch. And she wasn't happy when we asked that question if a mistake could be made. This is critical information because that box being non-stated or not stated should be blank, and it's not on this document. This supports the theory that we set out and later proved through digital analysis that this document has been tampered with and information has been placed on it.
About what happened today in Hawaii. What you had some specific thoughts about what happened today.
Well, the only thing I'm saying, they can't even solve a phony document. So now they got a problem. There's something wrong with that government.
Well, all right, let's keep moving because they did solve that, and I'm going to keep pushing back on that.
Suspected the term African was not used as a race identifier in 1961. They were correct. It was in fact not used by the federal government until 1989.
Yeah, I was not born in Hawaii. I wasn't born in the United States of America. I come from Kenya. And so I think people saw my election as proof, as testimony that our society has continued to become more and more naive.
Joe Arpaio, thanks so much for being with us. We look forward to having you back during the campaign.
Thank you.
We are still a place where anybody has a chance to make it through misleading and dishonest practices, if they try. If that wasn't true, then somebody named Barack Hussein Obama from Kenya, from Africa, would not be elected president.